go. That's better. Forgive me. There we go. Alright, let's... Sorry about that. Let's do another general for this. I did fine. Fine, I did. I picked this deck for the early morning commute. And we're going to stick with that. Let's see what the morning commute is going to do. Morning commute. Oh, change. Death. So, we know death doesn't actually mean death. It means change. So it's gonna, the commute is gonna be changed. I don't see a bad change. I see a good change. See, there's even a butterfly in there. So something in your daily commute is going to change. It's not going to be life-ending, as much as this would suggest. But it is going to be a change. Probably changing your system. You change something in your morning routine and to going to work today. Something's different. Just something is different on your commute today. And it might be something that makes you laugh. That kind of thing. But that's gonna be your early morning commute. Okay, I'm gonna put this deck back. And I'm gonna pick a different one. Because that's how we roll here. Because I have 13 decks and they all want to speak. So which deck? Which deck? Okay, we're gonna do the weather. The weather. Which deck are we going to use for the weather? Because whether or not I need a drink of tea. Whether or not you like it, I am having a drink of tea. Ah, tea. I hope you're having tea. Or coffee. I guess if you like coffee. You know coffee too. So the next one is the weather. What's the weather look like today? We're going to pick a deck for that. 2. Ooh, the witch turret. The witches have something to say about the weather. The witches cleverly say that the weather is whether you like it or not. No, let's see what the cards have to say. About the weather for today on May 1st. Doesn't feel like May 1st, but it is. Wow, lots of shuffling this morning. Lots of shuffling. Oh, the High Priestess. So good weather, first off. Blue skies. And high pollen. I'm sorry, guys. It's going to be high pollen today. That's what the weather say. It's going to be nice out. However, there's going to be high pollen. Yeah. That's all she has to say today. It's going to be lovely. It's going to be weather, whether you like it or not. And high pollen. Isn't it lovely? Bah. Thank you, Mother Nature. Alright, so, as you know here, we have 13 decks, and I can't pick one. They all have something to say. So I have a regular playing card deck here to choose one of our decks. And the next on our list is the morning coffee, or morning tea if you're like me. Hi. I have a John Hen Jum 6610. Hi, do you do questions? I do questions. And since you're the only one here, what do you have to question? I'm open. I'll let the playing cards pick a deck for you while you're thinking of a question. Oh, you also get the Tarot, the Witches. I did. See, John says, I did 2 spells, same goal. Will they cause problems? Alright, Witches, this is the appropriate question for you because it has to do with spells. Okay, you did 2 spells, the same goal. Will they cause problems? Oh, will these 2 spells cause problems? Oh, you are some funny, witty witches. But let's see what the cards have to say. The 5 of Wands. Oh, the 5 of Wands. Oh no. Oh no. So, I would say yes because this is the card of conflict. They're going to cause problems. I mean, I don't think they're going to be terrible ones, but they're going to cause shenanigans. I get the playful problems kind of here. Nothing damaging, but there's going to be problems. You've stirred the pot, my friend. I don't know what pot you stirred, but you have stirred the pot of shenanigans. Uh, well, not only is it the card of conflict, it is wands. So it has it's a creative conflict. And it's a conflict of the element of fire. So something strong, something snappy. It's not going to be quiet. It's going to be loud. And it's going to be problematic. It's nothing going to be that you can't, it's nothing that you can't solve. In fact, I believe your spells brought this upon you so you could solve it. And that's what the witches say. Okay, so we've done John's question. We're gonna go back to the morning. Did we do the morning coffee? We got to the weather. We're gonna do the morning coffee next. No, come back. There we go. Okay, so all you know is I have 13 decks. I can't pick one. I have a regular playing card deck here, and they're gonna pick the next deck for the coffee, which is 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, what does John have to say? Can we go into detail? You know what, John? After the morning coffee, we'll do more detail on. We will do more detail on the conflict, but you have to come up with another question besides just more detail. Hello, says TWASF. Hello back. If you have a question, type it in, I'll get to you. But first we're going to do the morning coffee with the octopus deck. That's lovely. I love my octopus deck. Can we talk about Scorpio and the full moon? Ooh, it is a full moon today. So yes, I'll get to you in a minute. And good morning, good morning. So morning coffee. What does our morning coffee have to say from the octopuses? What do you have to say? The Ace of Swords. Oh, okay. Well, this makes sense. So, the Ace of Swords is the beginning of the day. Oh, golly. You're all going to need your coffee, because this octopus really looks like he needs this coffee. And the Ace of Swords is the representation of the beginning, and swords represent the mind. So that coffee is going to get this poor tired octopus through the day. I think that's just what it is. So that's our morning coffee. Okay, so then we'll get back to John. So John, what details do you want? As you all know, I have 13 decks and I can't pick one. So I'm going to shuffle a regular playing card deck and pick one of those. What problems will they cause? Oh, what types of problems will they cause? What category of problems will they cause? Let's delve into John's spells. I'm going to pull 2 cards for those spells since you did 2. And we'll see what each of them will cause. Which deck was going to answer these? Oh, Queen, so that's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my god, the most appropriate deck for you is my Crow deck for all those troublemaking spells. Of course it is. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Oh man. Again, it's not terrible trouble. It is just shenanigans, and the Crows love shenanigans. I picked 2 cards for your 2 spells. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, we have excuse me. I'm gonna have a drink of tea. Alright, well, you went a bit darker, didn't you? So we have grief and sacred space. Alright, okay. These are some heavy cards. I'm just going to read from the book because I don't have good things to say. I mean, the fact that this sacred space is a nest and grief is looking over what seems to be a baby chick that has fallen out of the nest and died. I don't get good vibes. I don't get good vibes. Oh, and just a pause. TWASF says, "Oh my god, I've been befriending a crow lately. I'm not even joking. Rebirth, maybe. Maybe rebirth." But also on that topic, I have been befriending all of the crows in the area. So everyone, go befriend a crow because it's just amazing. They're just amazing. Alright, so excuse me, 22 grief. Have a drink of tea first. I hope you all have your tea. Better. Crows make the time to grieve. They have funerals and gather solemnly around their fallen friends in silence. It is essential to allow yourself time to feel sadness or loss. Honor the memory and express your emotions. Healing begins the moment you confront the source of your pain. Grief may appear if you have suppressed emotions around a loss. For growth to take place, you must address an ending, which allows for closure. There is no right way or wrong way to grieve. It is a ritual that is unique to you. Make time to mourn. Allow the feelings to surface because there are more important lessons within the sorrow for the living. Okay, so that was one spell. And then the second spell is a sacred space. Sacred space. Maybe your sacred space is your nest, your home, or maybe it's the beach, or your favorite path in the woods. Sacred space may also point to an inner space, a belief you hold dear. This is a place that brings comfort and nurtures your development. This is your sanctuary. When you receive this card, it is a call to rejuvenate your spirit. It is time to connect with the healing energy of your sacred space. Make time to connect with this space as it will help you center your energy and recharge your spirit. This is the first time they've actually been serious for me, but the crows are usually a really playful deck. So, John, I hope that answers your questions. Take time for you, my friend, and take time for you at home. I think that's also what they want to say. I wish you luck, my friend. And we're going to go back to TWAF we're talking about the Scorpio full moon. We can do a general reading for, what do you think is going to happen? Well, I'm going to do, so John is asking, what do you think is going to happen? And I'll get back to you. I'm going to get to TWAF's F first about the full moon. Cool. Thank you for your patience. Pick a deck for... Picking a deck for the Scorpio full moon. As you all know, I have 13 decks and I can't pick one. They all have something to say. So let's see which one wants to talk about Scorpio's full moon. And the full moon is tonight, which is really nice. Go get that full moon energy tonight. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the octopus deck again. Very nice. I like my octopus deck. Let's see what vibes we get from the Scorpio full moon tonight. Boop. Full moon vibes. The Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups. The cups are emotion. It's the beginning of the emotions. So you just have a very full cup of emotions. And it's spilling over. Oh, lots of emotions. Not messy emotions, you're just full, like the moon, of emotions. And this makes sense that it's for Scorpio because Scorpio is a water sign. I'm not sure what emotions there are, but you're just going to be full of emotion and overflowing with this new moon. Very intense feelings. Very intense feelings. So I recommend that you take time, you chill out, you try to take deep breaths, because you're going to need to. And you're going to be starting something. So for the Scorpio full moon, just take it easy today. Try not to get overwhelmed. It's going to be okay. Just remember to breathe. It's just a lot of emotions. Okay, and that was for... Oh, you're very welcome, TWASF. Okay, so John, we're gonna get back to you. We're gonna pick a new deck here. There we go. Alright. Because, as you all know, I have 13 decks. They all have something to say. And now we're going to go into John's question. What do you think is going to happen? So, where are our vibes for this? What kind of vibes we have around those previous Crow cards? Who's best to answer this? Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is kind of funny. So now we have the Moonology deck is going to explain further on those previous 2 Crow cards. And you're very welcome, TWASF. Let's see, what does the moon have to say about the crows? Because we had grief and sacred space. I mean, intuitively, it says you need to chill. You need to actually sit with your emotions at home and process. And it may not sound like some sort of major revelation, but you just need to sit with your emotions at home and process what's going on. Because that was the grief and sacred space. Now, more detail on that from the moon is a win-win outcome is forecasted. The full moon in Libra. See, John says, yeah, I really had to ask about this. That's okay, John. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to read cards for you. I have to find it in the book. I have to find it in the book. Full moon in Libra. So, a win-win outcome is forecast. The full moon in Libra, the sign of partnership, of falling in love, and of closely relating to someone else. Since full moons are about climaxes and conclusions, this card suggests that you're either about to start a new relationship or that an important existing relationship is changing somehow, perhaps coming to an end or moving into a new level of commitment. It's important to remember that people come to us for a reason, and sometimes just for a season. If a relationship is ending now, it's doing so at the right time, so try not to fight it. This card can also refer to a professional relationship. There is a sense that you need to balance your ego with someone else's needs. A win-win outcome is possible with give and take. Doing so may be the answer to your question. And the affirmation to this card is attuned to the moon. Let it go. Let go of that which is falling away. So let go of that which is falling away. Additional meanings for this card is see the other person through the eyes of love. It will change your perspective. It's time for you to make a firm decision. Time for you to focus on yourself for a while. Look after yourself, but avoid vanity. Now is a great time for a makeover. And the teaching is, no matter when you pull from the full moon in Libra, it encourages you to find some balance between your desires and those of the people around you. Balance is a very Libran energy, and the full moon brings things to a peak. Dramas and upsets bring partnerships to the fore. Libra's energy also brings love energy. Negotiations are easier. Does that help, John? Excuse me. I'm going to have some tea. John says, stressing me out. I'm a baby witch. Oh, John. It's okay to be a baby witch. That means you'll grow into a big, full, beautiful witch. And what do you think is going to happen? I honestly think you need to process whatever this is, honey. This is the cards really can't go further than when you make a decision. And you have to sit with it and make your decision. And that's just what you have to do. Because that's what I think is going to happen. You're going to have to sit with it and make a decision. And sometimes you just gotta make your decision and go with it. And the CTWASF says, this honestly resonates deeply with myself as well. I can't believe I stumbled upon this live. Oh, that's great. I'm glad this is vibing with you. I was trying to make sense of my natal chart earlier. Aren't we all? We're all stuck on that natal chart. We're all trying to figure it out. Okay, and John says, do you think the spells will work both successfully? John is asking if his spells will be successful. I am going to let the cards answer that. I'm going to shuffle you a new deck, John, and we're going to get that answer. So, as you know, we have 13 decks here, and they all want to speak. So, which deck is going to speak for John's new question, which is, will the spells be successful? This is a very simple question. We're going to ask a deck. Okay. So 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which is money and the law of attraction. So, will the spells be successful? will the spells be successful? I guess how will they be successful? Well, since it drew the deck of money, we're going to find out if it's a monetary success, huh? Okay. Whatever I desire, I can acquire. So I think this is going to be a yes. Because whatever I desire, I can acquire. So I think that is a definite yes. So let's see what the card actually has to say about your success. The eternal laws of the universe steadily hold the promise of expansion and joy. Understanding the laws will reawaken within you the knowledge of your purpose and your own personal power as you remember how to access the power of the universe that creates worlds. If this time-space reality has within the ability to inspire a desire within you, it is absolute that this time-space reality has the ability to yield you a full and satisfying manifestation of that same desire. It is law. So your spells are going to be successful. Hands down, yes. Yes, that's why it's so complex. Because not only did you have grief before, something to sit with, but your spells are going to help you out. Okay, so do you think... You're welcome, John. You're very welcome. Uh, and TWASF says, sorry, if you meant me, I apologize. Well, TWASF, I don't think you really have anything to apologize for. I'm not angry. What's up, my dude? Alright, so we've answered all questions so far. So I'm going to put this deck back. As you know, I have 13 decks. I can't pick one, but they all have something to say. And TWASF says, I'm just very excited I found you both. Aw, you're very sweet, John. Sorry, not John. TWASF, you're very sweet. Thank you. I'm glad you're here too. And John, what did you mean by shenanigans? Well, I mean shenanigans in the way that there's going to be playful trouble. When I say shenanigans, it usually means that some playful spirits are at work. And I'm going to continue, unless anyone else has any questions, I'm going to continue with the readings. I'm going to do the social vibe for the day. So what deck is going to be for the social vibe today? The King. Okay, which is 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, okay. Got the money and the law of attraction cards for the social vibe today. The social vibe today. Well, obviously the social vibe has to do with money today. Well, let's see what the cards have to say about that. The social vibe today is: my attention to unwanted attracts more unwanted. Oh my. And that is in our social vibe today. So, the more you're going to be focusing on all of those unwanted social things, you're just going to attract more. I know that's what they're saying. Now let's see what the card actually has to say. It says, for every pleasing thing, there is an unpleasing counterpart. For within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted, as well as the lack of which is wanted. When you focus upon an unwanted aspect of something in an effort to push it away from you, it only comes closer, because you get what you give attention to, whether it is something that you want or not. It is up to you to focus and attract what is wanted. So, you're going to have to stop gossiping about that bad friend in your social vibe. You're going to have to stop. You're going to have to find something else to talk about that's more positive. Because focusing on that negative aspect of that person that you're dealing with, it's not going to do you any good if you keep talking about it. You're just going to bring it back up. So unwanted things are going to keep popping up if you keep blabbering on and complaining. So stop it. Find something happier to talk about. That's it. Okay. Okay, so John says, what did you mean by shenanigans? And WYM, playful spirits. What do you mean? Okay, well, so what do you mean playful spirits? Well, John, we're all surrounded by spirits, and some of them are just more playful than others. Did you have any questions about that? Because I'm around playful spirits all the time. They do weird stuff, like super weird stuff. And they usually come through the birds in my area, but I don't know what they come through is for you. I'm going to pick a new deck after I have some tea. I need tea in my system. And don't worry, I have real tea. This one's just for later. I have many decks. I wouldn't say specifically, because TWASF says if you have a spirit animal deck, let's see, I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3. I'll actually show off these decks, since TWSF wants to ask. And TWASF says, I've become so infatuated with birds. So, first I have my octopus tarot card deck, and then I have my cat tarot, and then I have, my Urban Crow Oracle. So, if you want birds, I got I got crows. And John wants to know, can we go into detail about the spells being successful? And TWASF says, let John pick this one if he wants to. So John is going to ask details about the spells being successful. I'm going to let the cards answer that one. So we're going to pick a deck to see how. We're going to pick a deck to see how John's spells are going to manifest as successful. How are they going to manifest? That's what we want to ask. We want to ask, how are they going to manifest successfully? So which deck is going to best answer that? Oh, the cat deck. The cat tarot. And I answer all of my tarot cards intuitively. Go into details about the spell being successful. So how, kitty cats, how is these spells going to manifest successfully? I'm gonna have some tea first, because tea and talking kind of go hand in hand. Ten of treats. Alright, this is a funny deck. I forget which treats are. Well, let me look at it intuitively first before I go to the book. How are the spells going to manifest successfully? They're going to manifest in the home. And in the picture, of course, there is a cat, but a creature getting fed treats and being petted in a safe space. I believe that is how they're going to manifest. Once they've completed what they're going to do, they're going to manifest as a safe space for this creature to have treats. Number 10 of treats. Not wands. Not cups. Not swords, so it must be pentacles. Yes, pentacles. So pentacles. So this is a card of wealth, first of all. And if this is 10, this is another completion cycle. So I'm going to double down on the spells manifesting as peace in the home. And I gotta say that's gonna be coming from a vibe of comfort. So the wealth is going to transfer into comfort. Treats, successful, and family are inarguably entwined. Your success was not a flash in the pan. It's been a long process, and now you have complete fulfillment. Take note of the arched doorway here, a bridge that represents connection, love, and respect. So be generous. Good relationships and returning affection bring their own reasons to purr with contentment. So yeah, I'm going to double down on the safe environment. Excuse me. And just feeling comfort at home. Then that is how your spells are going to manifest. Okay, so John says, yeah, this is important. I didn't want anything messing it up. Safe space for me, like my safe space, like my money paying off. Things feel safe. I'm going to say yes, John. I'm going to say yes because you're going to feel comfort at home with everything playing out well. And you're going to know that the spells did what they did by you feeling comfortable at home and comforted. Feeling safe at home and comforted. And that's what they keep saying. You're going to be home and feeling comfortable in your safe space. And John says, yeah, oof. So John, I really hope that helps your questions. I hope that it puts you at ease knowing that your spells will be successful. You gotta just relax, my friend. Just let the spells do what they need to, and you're going to feel the ramifications of safe comfort afterwards. Awesome. So if nobody else has any other questions, we're going to go to the Dream Bridge right now. We're going to go to the Dream Bridge. So, as you know, I have 13 decks, and all of them have something to say. So I'll use a regular playing card deck to choose which deck is going to speak. It's number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is the Dream Bridge. So whatever dream you had last night, this card is going to help you go into more details about that dream. I'm doing the Dream Bridge. Whatever dream you had last night, this card is going to give you more detail on that. Looking for more details on our dreams last night. Okay, I'm going to take a sip of tea first, because tea and talk can go hand in hand. I hope you guys have your tea or coffee. And TWF asks, can it be about the most recent dream I remember? And I'm going to say yes. Because the cards are here to help you with the dream. It may have been last night's dream or the last dream that comes to mind. What does it say? There is enough room for all ideas and experiences. From your non-physical perspective, you understood that there is room enough in this expansive universe for all manner of thought and experience. You had every intention of being deliberate about your own life experiences and your own creations. But you had no intentions of trying to control the creations of others. Okay, again, that is for the dream bridge. This is supposed to give you more details on the dream you had or the last one you remember. There's enough for all room for all ideas and experiences. That's all they have to say about that. They're not giving me more details than what I just read. So I hope that helps you out for your dream bridge and whatever dream you had. I'm going to put this deck away and go to another deck because I have 13 of them. And they all have something to say. We're going to go to the energy levels for the day. What deck is going to answer us about the energy levels today? The energy levels for today. Which deck is going to answer that? Let's see. 4. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the gay deck. I love my gay deck. It's very beautiful. My gay tarot is going to answer the energy levels of the day. And this is a very positively charged deck, so I'm guessing it's going to be high energy. There we go. And this deck I will be answering intuitively. And of course, again, my body craves tea. Let's go back for more tea. And John says, I'm just kind of worried about... And John also says, typo, are you a witch? I'm just kind of worried because it's 2 different ways of doing it. Well, I'm more classified as a spice witch. There's also other little branches of witchy doodad that I dabble in, but I'm a spice witch. I use spices and I use the magic of spices and the intentions of spices in my food. And some spells. Usually I focus on positive spells if I have to do any, because any spells you put out will come back like tenfold. So if you put out negative spells, be ready for negative stuff. But if you're always putting out positive stuff, you're always going to be getting back positive stuff, because that's how spells work. And of course, the occasional money spell or spell for safety. All kinds of, you can do all kinds of stuff as a witch. But mainly my go-to of witchery is spices because they're safe. They're safe and they're growing in the body. Did you have any questions I could answer, John? So, John, I'm going to let you talk, but I'm going to answer the energy levels with this deck, and then we'll go back to any questions you might have. So, the energy levels for today. The Ace of Cups. So, yes, it is high energy levels. It's the beginning. So you're going to be all geared up and all energized for something new and emotional. Really high emotions, really full. Just lots of energy today because that's the vibe. Deep breath and put the tarot cards away. We will pick new ones. I'm going to get to John here after I put these cards away. And I'm going to have tea. Lovely tea. Okay, so John says, can the same intention mess up a goal? Okay, let's see. Can the same attention mess up a goal? I think you're asking, can the intention mess up a goal? Spells are about focusing on your attentions. Do you have anything you want to add to that, John? The same intention can mess up a goal. Alright, well, this seems to be an intuitive question, just off the bat. But I sense that you're over worrying, because once you do a spell, you're supposed to just let the spell work. So you worrying about it might be blocking yourself. You have to just know that you did the spells, that you had set your intentions correctly, and you just gotta let the spells do the work. You've already done it all. And you have to stop worrying and just let them do what they're gonna do. And you might have to find distractions to do that. Now, since all the cards we pulled point towards you need to chill. You need to let the spells just do their job. You cannot wait for the water to boil. You cannot plant the seeds and yell at them to grow faster. You just have to let them be and let them do their own thing. That's how spells work. They're not a very loud they're not a very loud crack. They're not a loud sound. They just work in the background. You've done the work. You've done the spell. It's not your job to manifest it. It's just your job to receive what the spells are doing. But they're already done, John. You can't do nothing about it now. You're just gonna have to let them have their way. You're gonna have to chill out. You have to find a way to chill out and do whatever it takes to help yourself relax. It might be meditation, it might be tea, it might be skydiving. I don't know you, and it's just gonna have to be whatever takes your mind off of those spells to let them do their business. Okay, and John asks, can we ask if they'll be successful again? See if they give us the same message. John, I will do that. However, I'm going to tell you, you gotta just trust the spells. You have to breathe, relax, and stop worrying about this. You have to let it go. You have to let it be. You need to relax. You need to take time for yourself. But I will pick a deck for you to answer this again. And John says, yeah, I was set and then bam. Yeah, I was set and then bam. Well, you were set and then bam. I'm not sure what bammed you. I have to pick a card. Let's see. J, so that's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, getting into the vortex. So John wants to ask you guys, is it going to be successful? I know, right? So he just wants confirmation. You can't really. He's a baby witch. Remember, be gentle. So we're going to pick to see the success of those spells. By my attraction to things, I am making choices. What people do not understand, what you do not choose something by looking at it and shouting, yes, I would like some of that. You make choices by your attention to things. In this universe that is based on attraction, when you look at unwanted things, your attention to it causes an activation of vibration within you. And then the law of attraction brings more like it to your experience. So spells amplify what intentions are behind it. And this card is saying with those spells and their success, you've put the attention forward and you're going to be making more of whatever you put out there. Let's see. And John says, don't want to talk about it too much. And John, I think that's a good move. I think you just need to relax. I think You focus on the subject a lot. And you might be tired of talking about it, and that's okay. That just means you need to go relax, my friend. You need to just know that it's done. Okay, so we're going to pick a different deck, because as you all know, I have 13 decks. And all of them have so much to say. So I'm going to use a regular playing card deck to pick the next deck. But first, a spot of tea. And don't worry, I do have this tea here, but I also have bigger tea because I have a lot to talk about. And that tea is just cooling down. So another subject. John, our next subject is going to be the creative spark, which is a perfect forking from your problems, because the creative spark will give you something else to focus on. So which deck is going to give our creative focus today? Our creative spark, please. What is our creative spark today? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Supernatural! Yay! So Supernatural is going to give our our creative spark for the day. It's so on the ball. I love that. Oh, Winchesters. What do you have to say about our creative spark today? What's going to be our creative spark? What's going to be our creative spark today, huh? Huh, guys? What are we going to do? Oh, okay. Well, that one popped out. I have to look at the popper. It jumped ship, guys. I will draw a card, but we're also going to see what jumped ship. So we drew 10. Of Pentacles. So again, completion. Pentacles for the creative spark. But oh my god. Not only the completion for Pentacles, but the number 10 for Cups as well. So our creative spark. You're going to be finishing up something creatively. And that came up first. So I need tea. I know you want to speak. You gotta have tea first. Okay, so since this card popped out first, the completion of the emotional creation and emotion. So the creative spark is the completion of something creative. And the completion of something with Pentacles. So the fulfillment here. You're going to complete a project. Hands down. Maybe 2 projects. One is going to be emotionally pleasing, and the other one is going to be financially pleasing. So you're going to the vibe of the creative spark is finishing something that you already had in motion, and it's going to be emotionally fulfilling and financially fulfilling. So, congratulations, creatives. You're doing something amazing. Go finish something old. It's going to help satisfy you and bring you money. Okay, we have new chats. TWASF says, I do apologize again, but I do just want to say that my energy going into this interaction was only positive energy. I don't quite know the etiquette. And John says, I'm saying I'm just worried because they have their own ways of getting there, making it happen, and then collide, you know? Okay. Okay, well, TWASF, it's okay. You're doing great. You're doing nothing wrong. You're being very polite and considerate. I do appreciate that. You're doing fine as far as etiquette is concerned. And my energy going into the next year was only positive energy. I don't quite know the etiquette. Well, TWASF, you're doing everything right. Sounds good to me. Rock on. Keep doing it. You're doing good. And John, John says I'm saying I'm just worried because they have their own ways of getting there, making it happen, and they can collide, you know? John, you gotta let it go. I know you're worried. And you're really new at this. You're really new at spells, so you're scared. You're scared because you don't want to mess it up. And that's okay. You're allowed to feel what you do. And I'm telling you, as a more seasoned witch, you gotta relax. You gotta let the spells do their business. And you just gotta chill. You gotta chill. Let the universe do its thing. Let the spells help. Let them manifest in their own way. You just gotta go about your day to day and know that you have done all you can. And sometimes the waiting is the worst part, especially if you're a worrywart. And TWASF says, I understand. I feel like I barged into John's reading. Life is scary, but the universe will guide us. Exactly. Well, John was the one with the questions, so I was just helping him out. And I'll continue to help him out if he has questions. But I do believe that John just has to stop worrying and chill out, and it's okay. It's okay to feel worried about doing new spells when you're beginning, and that's normal. There's nothing wrong about what John is doing. He's going through the process of doing something new, which is spells, if he's a baby witch. And it's okay. And John says, well, as a seasoned witch, when two practitioners do spells with their own traditions and methods, can that be negative a lot of the times? And John says, I didn't do them. Oh! So you had spells done for you. Is that what happened, John? Okay. Again, you have to trust the spells. You have to trust the witches that you ask to do these spells. You have to relax. You have to find the way to relax. Because you do spells to let the universe know what outcomes you want. And if somebody did spells for you, you have to trust that they're going to work out. And you just gotta stop worrying. You gotta find something to occupy yourself. You have to find something to distract you. Let's see. And John says, well, we got cards twice. They would work. Exactly. So you just have to trust. So, TWASF, you have been polite and waiting. Did you have any other questions besides your moon question? You're doing great, John. You just gotta relax. Just gotta relax. You gotta find something to distract yourself. John, might I suggest you might have a TV show that might distract you, make you feel better, even just something like that. I would even recommend TikTok at this point because you need a major distraction. And John says, yeah, holy shit, lol. Oh, TWASF says, I do puzzles and read a lot. Those are great distractions. Because puzzles get you to focus on something to solve. And books give your brain something to chew on. Which will definitely help if you're looking for something like that, John. So next on our list, if we don't have any more questions, is the news. So we're going to pick a deck to... Hold on. John says, I'll trust, but I gotta be more careful. IDK, I'm new to this stuff. That's okay, John. You're allowed to be new. You're allowed to be a little wibbly wobbly is the best word to describe the emotions. Because it's something new and you're not sure. And that's okay. You're doing everything great as far as I'm concerned. If it's new, it's fine. You're just going through the new emotions. But right now we're going to pick a deck for the news. See, I have 13 decks. I can't pick one, so this regular deck of playing cards is going to pick a deck first about the news. And it's the Jack. So it's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The news and getting into the vortex. Okay, and John says, I know in covens they do that. No, in covens they do that. Can you clarify, John? Covens do a lot of stuff. Oh, but anyway, the news. I don't know why I'm shuffling this deck. I need the oracles. I need tea. I need tea, everybody. That's just how it is. And I gotta let y'all know I only have half an hour left because then I gotta go do Qigong with my grandmother. Open the box. Pull out the cards. There we go. And this card drawing is going to be the news. What did the cards have to say about the news? What news? What news are you trying to bring us? What news are you trying to bring us? Okay, I'm going to do the news first and then I'll get back to chat. Okay, so the news is my life is about relationships. The news is my life is about relationships. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I need some of that hot tea now. I hope you all have some good tea today. Oh yes, that's the good stuff. So for the news, my life is about relationships. You will never find yourself in a point in time when the subject of relationships is not active in your now experience. For everything you perceive or notice or know is because of your relationship with something else. Without a comparative experience, you would be unable to perceive or focus any kind of understanding within yourself. Therefore, it is accurate to say that without relationships, you could not exist at all. And that's the news. It's all about knowing that you are having many relationships with everything around you, and without those relationships, you wouldn't exist. That's beautiful. Thank you, Vortex cards. So, I'm going to get back to chat here. I have to put this stick away. After I put this stick away. So chats. Oh, John says, I know in covens they do that, and multiple spells at once, towards a goal. Oh yeah, well, when you do spells in a coven, it makes sense that you would compound spells to get something done. I am personally not in a coven, but that makes sense to me. I mean, spell stacking sounds really smart, actually. It sounds really smart. So, and then TWASF says, I'm subbing right now so I don't lose you. That's dumb. Just the relationship reading. Going through it. Well, I'm sorry it stung. But that's the news. Sometimes the news stings. Just the relationship going through it. Yeah. Oh, I appreciate the sub. Thank you so much. You are welcome here in our small building community. And TWASF says, no, it's the truth. I need to hear it. You do. We all need those hard truths. And sometimes it's better to get the truths told to you in a setting like this than rather you have to experience them. Because you all have to figure it out on your way. So next on our list is a more fun topic, but I'm going to have tea first. Okay. And the new subject for our new deck is shopping. Shopping. Yes, that's on the list. We're going to pick a deck to talk to us about shopping today. Because shopping is a subject in its own, and it needs to be talked about. And I already feel it's very energetic about its own self. Because it's shopping. I love this energy. Number 2. Guys, the witches are going shopping. The witches are going shopping. Yes. And it's very appropriate because we're talking about spells and witchcraft. So the witches have a voice here. Of course they have a voice. Of course you have a voice, honey. It's very beautiful. So what do the witches have to say about shopping? That's what we're going for. What do the witches have to say about shopping for the day? The shopping vibe. When you go on your phone and you go into shopping, what do the witches have to say? With the wands, and it is 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9 of Wands. And the 9 is fulfillment, nearing completion, and actualization. So you're going to make a purchase. And since it's Wands, you're going to be buying something for your creativity. So you're going to find something that gets you super excited because it's going to help you with something creative. And it could be some hobby. It could be some spell work because it's witches. But you're going to make a purchase that is going to help you creatively. And you're going to find components for that. So that's amazing. I always love to hear that. But that's shopping, everyone. That's our shopping report from the witches. So we're going to shuffle this deck and put it back into the box. And then we're going to pick a new deck. Because I have 13 decks. And they all have something to say. And I use a normal playing card deck to choose which deck it gets to speak. Oh, excuse me. And if nobody else has any other questions, it's going to be sports. Our new subject is sports. And I only have 20 more minutes here, and then I gotta go do Qigong with my grandmother. And TWSF says, I bought new glasses today to better see my crafts. You know what? There you go. There you go. Buying new stuff to get stuff done. Creative work. I love it. And crafts are fun. What do you do, TWF? Me, myself, I crochet as a craft. I do other things, but that's the one I usually lean on. What is our sports forecast? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Supernatural. Oh, Supernatural's covering the sports. Oh, we're in trouble. And TWSF says bracelet making. That sounds like really pretty stuff. What kind of bracelets? Like beaded bracelets? Ah, big jigsaw puzzles. That's different than bracelet making, but that is fun. Big jigsaw puzzles. Beaded? Beaded, yes, good. I was correct. Haha. Beads are fun. Are they like glass beads? Paper mache? Okay. Nice. Paper mache beads. Nice. But we're gonna let the Winchesters answer about the sports. The sports vibe from Supernatural deck. Oh, Supernatural deck, what do you have to say about the sports vibe today? The sports, jeez. Again, the sports emotional completion because it's cups and they're full and pretty. So something satisfying is gonna go down in sports. Satisfaction in the vibe of sports. So if you're satisfied, your team probably won. If it's sports, then something came together beautifully and you love looking at it. Just so satisfying. Something satisfying happens in the sports vibe. Alright. Beautiful. Thank you, Supernatural deck. Alright, so we're going to pick a new deck. As you all know, I have 13 decks. They all have a lot to say. And I use a regular playing card deck to pick the deck that is going to speak. And to speak more, I require tea. So I'm going to drink tea. Tea. Big hydration for big voice. We'll do... I think we have more than enough time for another general reading by a deck for the day. Unless anyone has any questions, we're going to do another general vibe check for today by the decks. Which deck? Oh, you're getting stubborn on me now? Alright. Number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Trust your vibes. Awesome. I love this deck. So trust your vibes is going to answer about the general vibes for the day. So that's great. Love that. And we are checking the general vibes for the day. Mentors and role models are the general vibe for the day. Mentors and role models. We'll read from the book. If you've heard that being intuitive is a special gift only for a select few, then you've been misinformed. Once you start paying attention to your vibes, you'll see that there are creative, artful, sixth sensory people all around, and they look normal except for one thing: they shine. If you hesitate to step out of the closet as a sixth sensory person, Look for these mentors to inspire you to navigate the psychic highway with more confidence and ease. Seek out public people who demonstrate that being sixth sensory can indeed be graceful, creative, supportive, and fun. Excuse me. Role models for intuitive living are not that hard to find. They're the people who are ethical, humanitarian, and spontaneous. Their auras sparkle. They laugh out loud. Their enthusiasm for life is infectious. They listen, follow their hearts, trust their feelings, speak their truth, and act on their instincts without hesitation. And they encourage you to do the same. Ask them what their secret is, and inevitably they will say, I trust my vibes. Ooh, and I just got tingles. Oh, nice. So, that is the general vibe today. So look for those people in your life who have the best vibes. Get to know them. Okay, let's see. Doreen T8Q, hello, welcome. Do you really come up with your own responses to YouTube comments? I use AI. People write a comment, the AI comes up with a response, and I say, AI answer. It helps if you don't know what to say. So, Doreen, I have something to say on that. Well, while I do love AI, this is not about AI answering things for me, because AI doesn't tap into spirit. And spirit comes through me to communicate with you on the live. So, as much as that would be helpful, I don't look for AI to answer my questions. I mean, that would fill the airspace, but that's not going to be genuine. And TWF says, you've been such a badass guide, and what a fitting closing card. It really is a good closing card for that. Well, and I appreciate that you would see me in the light of a mentor. I appreciate that. It means I'm giving you something good to chew on. Some good stuff. And TWASF says, my name stands for there wasn't a single fudge given. Yeah, so there wasn't a single fudge. I gotta be careful what I say. So I understand what the actual F word is. I think that entire line is its own beautiful vibe, and I love it. I'm glad you told me the meaning of your name. And I love that you put a purple heart, because purple is my favorite color. The acronym is beautiful. I love it. I can totally get behind it. So, it has been a beautiful morning, guys, and I am gonna have to get off soon and go do Qigong with my grandmother. So, you guys have a spectacular day with good vibes. Yes, TWASF. I will see you next time. And I am here. I'm gonna try every morning from 5:30 to 7:45. That's my window right now. And That's what's working. So I'm gonna stick with that for a while and keep on going. So you guys have a fabulous day, and I'm gonna wave bye bye. Bye bye bye. Have a wonderful day. And yes, the East Coast. Yes, East Coast time wise. So sorry about that. I do want to clarify. East Coast, 5:30 to 7:45. Yes. Bye, everybody.